Was speaking to GPU 16-2007.
Hello, I'm Christine Alfano, and thank you for being here today. I feel a little bit like a broken record, but I've been told sometimes the squeaky wheel makes sense. My only concern about this process today really is that I know Carolyn's been working on this for 30 years. Personally, I've been working with her on it for 5 years. And when we initially began the process, it was really encouraged. The general plan update was the time to bring this up. And initially, we had the bump in the road about the easement, and that's been all resolved. And we understood that we were left in the EIR, the third group, partly because of that and partly because they wanted to study it some more. So it's my understanding that there were no negative findings pertaining to this project in the EIR, in the draft EIR. And but then I was told that we're not an island, we're in a sea of 40s. And we have a 40 on either side, but ultimately there are very few 40s in this 40-acre minimum zoning area. And so I'm just wondering, I understand it's such a difficult process and it's so complicated, but I really do hope that it's true that the individuals that are coming forward with concerns really have a shot at getting their project considered, because it's taking, it's taken some turns, and it is a confusing process. So I'm just hoping that this application ultimately can get, but I think we're really technically in group 2 now, because there are only 2 groups. Didn't group 2, 3 get collapsed? Oh, so we're now technically in group 2, but that's all the projects that there are big questions about. So I'm just hoping somehow that we can get some clarification, and I probably won't be back again now till January. But good luck, and thank you so much. Any questions of me? I don't think.
Don't see any.
Okay, good.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Randy McDonald, followed by, you're going to have to forgive me on this one, Werner Bob Ware. Is that correct? Beb? I'm sorry.
I'm Randy McDonald. Thank you for the time, for the planning and the board. I'm just up here because I was told I was an island also, but if you look at the lay of the land, there's the way it shows I live up in Pine Mountain. They have the RR5 and the RMR20, and the designated properties there. Out of that zoning of the RR20, or RM20, I should say, there's 66 properties, and out of that, 49 of them are under 20-acre minimums. I'm trying to break my piece into 4 10-acre parcels in that area. I think that's really good that you guys are looking at each of the properties now in areas that are similar to mine and what I've seen coming up here right now, discussing with you on the property and the rezoning of some of these properties. If you look at it, I'm surrounded by 10s. There's only one other parcel that's a large parcel like myself there. The topographical of the area, you can see the main road goes through my property and it corners on each end of it. You guys haven't really been there to look at it. Johnny might kind of know where I live from before, but the lay of the land is 4 beautiful parcels that would be there. Adjacent to R5, which is next to me, that comes off of Ridgewood Road and is adjacent to the parcel next to me. I just want you to kind of reconsider it, and I will be sending a letter on response and have you guys look at it. So I don't really see, you guys aren't going to make any decisions today, but I just want you to be. I'm going to send a letter to the.
You're in group 3?
I'm in group 3, correct. And you're going to, it's kind of unfair. Last time you guys got thrown into this, and there is a lot of concern and not a lot of time to be able to respond to all of these parcels. So I appreciate your time and effort. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Bib Weir, followed by Diane Padgett. Excuse me, Diane Padgett.
It's the Potter Valley Mill site out there. Can you pull it?
Good afternoon. I'm Bev Ware. You may know me as the organizer of the Eel River Cleanup. I've lived out in the Van Arsdale area for the last 35 years. And we have a potential subdivision happening out there on the old Louisiana Pacific Lumber Mill site. It's currently owned by Mr. Bob Simpson, whom I have a big respect for because he's done an incredible job cleaning that mill site up out there. Anyhow, we're going from industrial to residential. And if this goes through, as it kind of looks like the wheels are greased for that to happen, we will be, his parcel, Mr. Simpson's parcel, would have a potential of 9 homes, I believe. Each of those parcels could put in a granny house, so now you're up to 18 homes potentially out there in our little rural Van Arsdale area. And then there's another piece off to the right there owned by Mr. Macon, and that's going to go into 2 pieces if this zoning rezoning happens. So now we're up to 22 potential new homes out in our very rural and isolated Van Arsdale area. I'm not opposed to having a lot of new neighbors out there. I think that it should go from industrial to residential because I can't foresee any good purpose for industrial land